بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم
Our public affairs, Islam is characterized on all things mentioned things, not only the bad, but also Islam wants us to have good conduct. Islam wants us to relate with one another goodly, and Islam wants us to participate in public affairs so that people will be led goodly. Security, welfare, and dignity of human. This is all mentioned in the Quran. It is mentioned in the Hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, in which the Muslims have been taught to it. So if you don't participate, who is going to establish the justice, the welfare, the good relationship? We liberate you to establish justice among Ummah, to establish good welfareism among Ummah, and to establish good security among Ummah. So we need to participate. Invariably, what it implies that we need to participate in politics as a Muslim. Then, ma iya as-siyasatu. What is politics? يصير مصطلع السياسية إلى حولا تنظيم وإدارة شؤون الأمة أو عامة. The obligation and administration of public affairs is what we call politics. According to the UMMAH, politics refer to what? One, the organization, the coordination, the administration of public affairs. It also refers to صناع القرارات الذي تؤثر على المجتمع, decision making that affects society. That is what we call politics. And also politics refers to the exercise of authority in governance, in lawmaking, and in leadership. Governance, lawmaking, leadership. That is what we call yani as-siyasa, politics. Mumarasatun sultana. Leadership, decision making, and governance. So in a simple term, politics determines who governs. Politics determines how power is used. Politics determines how resources are distributed. Politics determines how justice or injustice are enforced. And politics is therefore not merely about election or parties. It is about how people's lives are shaped. So when you talk of politics, it's not about election or parties. It's about how the life of the people you are living are being shaped. So if you shape their life positively, you are a good politician. If you shape their life negatively, you are a bad politician, irrespective of the religion you are practicing. But as a good Muslim, why Muslims are being called upon to participate in politics is because religion of Allah, which is Islam, has already prescribed good governance, good leadership. So if Muslims participate, they are going to establish all this. So, Ibadallah, لماذا سياسية مهمة? Why politics is important? Politics is important because politics determines who makes law and policies. Laws and policies. Politics determine, protects, or violates people's rights. Politics determines, is so important because it is going to protect the right of the people when good people are being elected or selected. Politics is important because it promotes justice. And also politics is so important because it affects education, security, autonomy, and religion freedom. So if Muslim does not participate in politics and decision is being taken negatively about education, about security, about religious freedom, they are affected. Politics is so important. So when politics is left in the hands of the corrupt society, in the hands of corrupt people, then the society will suffer. If politics is being left on the hands of ignorant people about the commandment of Allah, about good governance, the society will suffer. So this is why politics can never be irrelevant to Muslim Ummah. It's very, very relevant to Muslim Ummah. كيف ينظر الإسلام إلى السياسة? How does Islam view politics? Islam does not reject politics. Rather, it moralizes and disciplines politics. You will never see any ayat al-Quran or hadith al-Nabi that rejects to participate in politics. Rather, it encourages morality. It encourages discipline. So in Islam, leadership is an amana. So a good politician, a Muslim good politician, know that leadership is an amana, not a privilege. It's a trust that you are going to be queried upon. There was one Sahaba of the Prophet Muhammad. It is then called Abu Zarri. He called upon the Prophet Muhammad. He said, I loved to lead. Can't you entrust me with a position? وقال له محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم, and the Prophet replied him. He said, يا أبا ذر إني هراك ضعيفا. I can see you are weak. And leadership is a trust. فستكون ندامة يوم القيامة. If you don't lead well because of your weaknesses, you are going to regret it negatively on the day of judgment. So leadership is a position of trust according to Islamic perspective. Authority is for service, not for exploitation. Islam has already defined that to you, that as a Muslim that is looking for a position is going there to go and serve, not to go and exploit. Then Islam's look at politics as governance is accountable to Allah. Here and hereafter, you are going to account for it. Because وَكُلَّ إِنْزَانِ أَلْزَمْنَاهُ طَائِرَهُ فِي أُنُقِهِ وَنُخْرِجُ لَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كِتَابًا يَلْقَاهُ مَنْشُورًا اقْرَأْ كِتَابَكَ كَفَّى بِنَفْسِكَ الْيَوْمَ عَلَيْكَ حَسِيبًا.
as you are leading, as you are directing, as you are ruling, as you are governing, they are recording it in an automatic camera, and it's going to be removed because mounted on your neck. Then it's going to be removed on the day of Yom Al-Qiyamah, and they will now put it before you and say, Ikra kitabaka, read how you are governed. So Islam has already guided us on this. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The Prophet Muhammad said, position of leadership or politics is a trust, and one day you are going to account for it, because our master, the Prophet Muhammad, who is our role model, is a religious leader, he is a judge, he is a statesman, Rajulun Dawla, is head of the government, Ra'is al-Hukuma. So if Prophet Muhammad that we call our role model are doing this, so why are we leaving it behind? And we said we are one of Ahl Sunnah, those that are following the path of the Prophet Muhammad. Then Prophet is a religious leader, he's also a statesman, he's also a head of government. So Muslims have been allowed to participate in politics. So Islam integrates faith with governance and rejects separation of religion from public life. And هناك يعني أدلات دامجة من قرآنية وأحاديث الكريمة. قرآن وأحاديث النبوية تدعم المشاركة السياسية. Quranic and hadith that supports political participation. Quran says in Quran 38, Surah As-Sad, verse 26, يا داود إنا جعلناك خليفة في الأرض فاحكم بين الناس بالحق. O Dawood, we have made you as a vicegerent upon the earth, so judge people with trust, with truth, with honesty, with justice. So if Allah has directed Nabiyyina Dawood, Allah is also directing us that if you have the ability and ideality to lead, to govern, you are allowed to do it Islamically. But if you are given that position, right, know that you are Khalifatullah fil ard, and you are going to be questioned. So, فَاقُمُ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ بِالْحَقِّ, judge between people with truth. In another ayah, Allah says, that is Quran 4, Surah An-Nisa, verse 58, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تُؤَدُّوا الْأَمَانَةَ إِلَى أَهْلِهَا وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ أَن تَحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. Indeed, Allah commands you to render trust to whom they are due, and when you judge people, judge with justice. Trust, position of trust. Allah is going to ask you on the day of judgment. And the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, kullukum ra'i wa kullukum mas'ul an rahiyatihi. This is an hadith of Abdullah ibn Umar, akhrajahu Bukhari wa Muslim. Every one of you is a shepherd, and you are going to be questioned, queried about those people under you. All this hadith is telling us that position, fighting for a position, looking for a position of leadership is allowed, but you are going to be queried on the day of Yom Al-Qiyamah. In another hadith of Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, قال إن الله يزاع بالسلطان ما لا يساء بالقرآن. الله أكبر. يزاع بالسلطان ما لا يساء بالقرآن. Allah prevents with authority what he does not even prevent in the Quran. In the position of leadership, there are certain things that is not so explicit in the Old Quran or in the Hadith. But as a good leader, you will now make that law to protect humanity, to protect the society, to protect the Muslim, to protect human being under you, irrespective of their tribe, of their religion. as a good leader. So if Muslims participate in politics, all what they have read in the Quran and understood will be implemented. May Allah in His infinite mercy guide every one of us to understand the rules, the regulations that will make our life better and make our hereafter better. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim.